guys.
Welcome back to Black Connect.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. New Year, new me.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me leave that. I feel like that is said every single year.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, you only change when you want to change. Like, it doesn't matter if the fucking New Year has come around again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we have been attempting the 75 hard challenge. And I say that
The remix version.
I say that very lightly.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, we actually do 9 to 5, so we are trying to incorporate it into our 9 to 5 life. As well as, doing this for you guys and all,
And then I'm just thinking how people do it. Like, what, you wake up at like 5 a.m., get to the gym, come back, and when are you going to bed? Because then you finish. Okay, let's say, take me for example. I finish at 5:30. You were finished at 5:30 as well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. 5:30. Then you get home. I don't know what took you. How long? Like an hour to get home?
It's gonna take me an hour.
Yeah. Okay. It took an hour to get home. 6:30.
Yeah.
Then let's say you grab something to eat. Okay, let's say that takes about I don't know, if you're having a home cooked meal or something.
Yeah, it has to be home cooked. It has to be healthy.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing the 75. Yeah, so not doing takeouts,
Yeah.
All right, that takes you an hour. You probably have to go to the store, get your ingredients, and then you eat. Then what, you're telling me you only have an hour to yourself to just watch the TV and then get to bed at 9.
Yeah.
So you can because also the challenge requires you to be having 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So what's that? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 5. That's your 8 hours. So you wake up at 5 a.m. Get to the gym. Straight to the gym. Let's say you do an hour and a half workout or 40. Oh no, actually it's 45 minutes, isn't it?
45, yeah.
Whatever. Get home, shower, then another, I don't know, less than an hour to just prepare yourself to start work at 9.
Let's go gym. Yeah.
And let's say you're even driving to work.
Yeah.
You can't what? Where's the hours in the day that people are doing this? I need people to actually tell me how people are doing this, because people who are doing this 75 hard job are either I don't know, influencers, content creators.
Yeah.
So they work for themselves. They set their own schedules. And I was even thinking about it. People who are shift based. I'm like, yeah, okay, that could work. But let's say they took a shift from 12 to 10.
Yeah.
Where's the workout? They're dead. After they come back from work, they're dead. Anyway, do what you can.
You can. Exactly.
I would, somehow incorporate some sort of discipline in your life. Obviously, it's not every day, munching on sugar, munching on this, munching on that. So I don't completely disagree with what is there.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know how people are doing it for 75 days straight.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part of it though?
I think reminding myself to have water.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm not the type of person that doesn't drink water. I do like to drink water.
Yeah.
But some days I would miss out on drinking water. Not drinking about over 2 liters of water anyways.
Yeah.
I do like the concept of reading 10 pages, nonfiction. I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like you can just read whatever book you want to read.
Yeah.
Because my aim this year, hopefully, I know a lot of people who can do more, but I want to read about 50 books front to back, this year, and finish them. If I do more, I do more. I've seen one person, she did 401 books this year. Last year.
Wow.
I said, girl, this is only 365 days. What were you doing, 2 books a day? But I think some of them might have been audiobooks, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But also I have a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and she reads really fast.
Yeah.
ridiculously fast. Shout out to Jessica. She reads, like, if I was to show her a text, like, I just could look, she'll just be like, huh? And then she'll laugh. Like, she reads so fast.
I'm not one of those people.
I'm
I'm there like, wait. Hold on. I didn't see that fast enough.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I tried. I don't know. I feel like I read at the pace of a fucking secondary school. No, not even secondary school. Primary school person.
Yeah, but like, obviously, the more you read, it's gonna.
Yeah, which is why I want to read 50 books. Like, I used to like to read before, but then all of a sudden I was just like, I don't really care about books anymore.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of books in my room that are just sitting on my shelf, and I'm just there. I buy new ones as well for no reason because I like the cover.
Yeah.
And so what I'm gonna do is just attempt to read all the ones I have. I think I have about like 15 books unread in my room. I'm just gonna read.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read and see what it is. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Who cares?
Yeah. And I like that part as well, the reading. I've just been reading devotionals and the Bible, and then I also like I like the water as well, because I'm getting to use my present as well. Shout out to Peter for the Stanley. So I'm actually properly using it. Yeah. And it's just for water. Like, I can't use it for juice. Never used it for juice or anything. Just water. And I've been finishing it.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us. Trying to pronounce hers too. This looks more crocodile-y.
Sorry. Crocodile is crazy, yeah, but it's got a bit of a speckled texture. Okay,
it's actually smoother than it. Yeah.
It's nice though. I like it.
It's gold.
Yeah. Jeez, that's heavy.
But yeah, I've been liking that too, because I was never a water girl. I was a Coca-Cola girl.
Coca-Cola is crazy.
And then the walking.
Yes, getting, what is it, 10k steps? You have a walking pad, yeah?
Yeah, I have a walking pad too. And then you have your treadmill.
I have a whole treadmill, and I'm there saying, "Oh, she has a walking." Like, I have a treadmill, but we won't talk about that.
And then is that like I'll just even just the walking everywhere, anyways. Just been walk to the gym, walk back, and then you get like most of your steps in already, but just by doing that, or almost half of your steps at least. Yeah, so I've been liking that. The gym I've been liking. There's sometimes where I like hate the gym, and then there's sometimes where like, I'm like, what, you're cool. So right now I'm in the you're cool stage. Yeah,
the gym is, I did like the gym until it came to January, and everybody, you know how it is, everybody's trying to set their New Year's resolution, all that crap. Yeah, so the gym is full, and also our gym just did a renovation as well, so I do feel like those people that are there are actually here to stay, because the gym's a whole lot better now. And it's actually a reasonable price too. So yeah, I feel like the gym's gonna be packed for a while. Yeah. And I don't know if you're like me, like I just get super anxious. I'm there on the machine, I'm thinking, oh, this person watch me. Yeah. And it's constantly going through my mind. Yeah. And it just I have a bad workout then, because I'm like
not focused.
I'm not focused. The anxiety is filled within me, and it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, okay, you know what, I might have to, go somewhere else. Sometimes I do have a corner in the gym that I just like to stay there, and then I just like, I do some breathing exercises, and I'm like, okay, that's cool too. And then I go right back out there. I'm like, okay, nobody's watching you, and then I go back. Yeah, because it's just like gym. Again.
Yeah, guys, I'm a gym hopper.
Where did you go?
I went to Fly Fit.
Fly Fit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why'd you go back there?
Because I do the exact same thing you were saying, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel when I walk into that BD.
BDG.
The BDG.
BDG.
No, like I just honestly I wasn't. Are you alright? It's too hot. It's too hot, Jennifer.
No, I just missed my mouth.
Oh, it's too hot for me. I don't know how you even.
It ain't that hot. Not anymore, anyways.
Let me see.
Drink your tea. Drink your herbal tea, guys.
What's it called? I wasn't focusing there.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't focus there at all.
Fair.
Like, even just not because like when we would talk, but it's just even me in my own head. I just was not concentrating. I was just concentrating on everything else around me.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone else around me.
Yeah.
It's just I was like, come on, man, let's reel it back. Sometimes I feel like it's a good discipline for myself to like be like, you know, reel it back to, I don't know, a gym you used to go to. So I went back to Fly Fit.
I did like Fly Fit back then. I felt like I did the most work in Fly Fit.
Yeah.
But like
no, it's not upgraded like BDG.
Yeah.
But it helps me concentrate more. It's just,
and we used to walk there as well.
Yeah. And now like I think because you remember the journey, it's just kind of straight. Yeah, that's kind of the
straight
thing.
road. Yeah.
So I think that's also what's encouraging me to walk. To like, I feel okay that I'm walking to the gym and walking back, and I don't feel like I have a bad workout. And that's been happening to me a lot the past like 2 years. Is feeling like having a bad workout and just being angry at the end or anxious. So for the moment I'll be in Fly Fit.
Yeah, I think I don't know, it's BD being just, you know, so full, but it's still huge, like
it's massive,
so it's not like you're on top of anyone. So I still will stick there, and I'm not going anywhere else anyway. For now anyways. But that's enough of us rambling on. I'm going to move on to the actual topic segment of this podcast. But Melanie, take it away.
Okay, so lately I've been seeing like not older, but YouTubers from like that we've grown up with sort of thing, or not from too far back, but an example would be Riva the Diva. She was on Backchat, and I've just been seeing YouTubers, they're kind of coming back and they're opening themselves up and they're being more vulnerable. And I've been really appreciating that, because, you know, sometimes people, they'll disappear and then you're like, oh, that person's gone, and you just go. And when they come back and then they open themselves up and they say, this is what happened, this is what I've been through. It's just like a fresh breath of like truth, like and authenticity. And I feel like that's been missing on the whole internet, not just YouTube, but just the whole internet in general. It's been missing for so long. So Riva the Diva, she was on Backchat. I think she was on I think it was the very first season, and like she was just funny. She always spoke her opinion, her truth. So she's been releasing video. Well, she released 10 videos last month, and she was basically talking about how she ruined her life. That's what the title of the videos are. It's 10 ways I ruined my life, and each video is 30 minutes long or less, and she will just talk about a story, talking about how she ruined her life. And this was all like overlapping throughout, even during like Backchat and everything. And now she's settled. She has 2 baby boys. I think she's married as well. I saw her with I see her with a wedding ring when she's talking, like. But I feel like, I don't know her, but I feel proud of her because she's like overcome a lot, and she's open to speaking about her changes. And I think it's very relatable. One of them, she spoke about her in uni, and then she got in contact with a guy from prison.
Your nail colors is really nice.
Oh, thank you. It's naked color. Nice. Thank you. So she's talking about basically, so when she was in uni, I think when she started uni, she moved out of out for uni. So I think she lived in a like rougher area, that she moved to a bit of a better area to go to uni. And then this guy bumped into her on purpose, and they exchanged contacts, started talking and everything, but he was in prison, and she felt very attached to him, even though he was in prison. But she went above and beyond, and even like to see him in prison, because she got put down, he put her down on the list to see. And then she traveled out, like she bent over backwards to see him. And I just feel like, as well, grown up, especially with like in that stage of like uni, and you don't know yourself properly, you kind of get this caught up in like trying to, like, being a people pleaser, trying to impress people, because you're still not sure about, like, you know, about yourself or who you are. And I remember even for me in uni, when all my classmates would be like, oh, like, let's go out for drinks, or let's go to the living room, because it was right across our uni.
Living room is closing down.
Yeah, closing down. The uni itself closed down, and then now it's Grange Gorman. But yeah, that whole area. So it was like, oh, let's go to living room. And then, like, I remember, like, being like, okay. And I'd go, but I'm just not even comfortable. Like, I don't want to be there. But I'm just thinking, oh, this is the uni life. This is the uni lifestyle. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I didn't want to do that. Like, I preferred just chilling with my two close friends, and us, even though we became big backs, but I prefer just going out for food, and we didn't do that too much. But I loved doing that. Like, I didn't like going out for drinks or doing all that drinking, or going out for a pint during lunch and then smelling like alcohol in class. I did not like that. Was not for me. And like, even when I go with them, I still wouldn't even end up actually drinking with them, because it was just, I was like, what are we doing? We literally have a lecture, and then we have to finish at 6:00 today. Like, what? I just wasn't comfortable with it. Like, so her speaking up about that kind of opened that people pleasing aspect that I remember having in university.
Yeah, I was the same way, to be honest.
Yeah.
In the first year of uni, like, the whole people pleasing thing, I feel like I'm still kind of like that way in a little bit. But it would be like, so for my first year of uni, obviously, you know, I went away to Letterkenny to do my first, what am I talking about? Yeah, my first year of college. And so I didn't actually know anyone there. And, you know, if you get a Susie, you get your tuition paid for, and then you also get a maintenance fee every month. So I remember specifically my mom saying, don't tell anybody how much you're getting, because I think I got the highest amount just because of the distance I was coming from, and also just from coming from a single parent household. So going to uni out, my mom was like, don't tell anyone how much you're getting, like, this is why you need to listen to your parents, guys. Listen to your parents. As much as they yama your ear off, a lot of the times they know what they're talking about. Anyway, so I go off to uni, and I don't know anyone there, but then I become English. Anyway, I became friends with some people, met some other people through those people. So it's just a big community. It's a small town. So, like, I think there's just one day everyone was just kind of talking about how much they were getting. I remember that first day, I just never said anything, because, like what my mom said, don't say anything. But as time went on, like, when I heard people saying that they were struggling here and struggling there, and I was just like, oh, like, how much you guys getting, you know? And then I ended up telling people what I got. So they're like, oh, you're getting the most. You should be paying for this. You should be paying for that. And then, stupid old me, I was like, oh, okay. So if we ever had like a house party and all that stuff, I will go on and front most of the bill. I'm so stupid. And I just had this people pleasing thing that like, I was just like, okay, this was probably going to make them like me more. So I'll fork out money here. Guys that I was seeing or whatever, I'll get them stuff. And it was just so stupid, because it's just like, this is not normal behavior, you know? Anyway, like I said, that was literally me being young and stupid and people pleasing and but I do think that carried on for a while, and she's saying that that's something that she thinks that ruined her life. So I
those 10 videos.
I do definitely think that contributed to some regrets that I had in my life as well, because I was always constantly because then when I actually had my hard times, you know, nobody was there, except for one girl. Honestly, let me not lie. Let me not lie. But the people who I guess I was doing it the most for, didn't hear pim from them again.
Wow.
You know, so
that's like, you learn a lot from uni.
It does definitely shape, you know, your character and the person that you are today. So I do think sometimes you do have to, as crazy as some experiences have been for me even back then, you know, I feel like you do have to go through certain things just to, you know how life works, you know, because like if you're always sheltered from all these things, and then one day, like let's say you're a full grown adult and someone treats you how you know some people treat you, you won't be so taken aback. It's kind of just like, well, gotta move on from this experience, you know. Whereas like, you know, so I do think every experience, whether bad or good, is gonna help you throughout life.
That's true. And like, we're human, so we're not perfect, so sometimes you actually do have to learn things to unlearn it. There was also a guy, his name is Cam, but his YouTube name is Topical Juice, and like my heart goes out to him because he opened up about, like, I also grew up watching him, like the same way I grew up watching, like, I don't know if anyone knows A Online, and then it would be like Comedy Shorts Gamer, and then KSI and all them, but Topical Juice would be like talking about like basically trending topics. But I remember growing up, when I'd watch him, I didn't know better at the time, but his eyes would usually often be very red, but he would be talking like casually, so I just thought that's just him being casual, like, but he was always on substances and stuff, but like
mashing up the floor
so basically, he opened up basically his stepbrother like was abusing him sexually growing up, and he's like in my eyes, like he's a man, like he's a proper man's man, like in my eyes, like I would have respect for him as a man, and him opening up like that just made me have even more respect for him. So like, I don't know him personally, but like I felt proud of him, like to speak about that experience, because that happened when he was a kid, and his stepbrother was not like a kid, he was like a teenager, like almost an adult, like he was 16, and Topical Juice was 10, so it was around that age range, like, so he knew what he was like that his stepbrother knew what was happening, what he was doing, you know, but it also just made me think it was not like the same things at all. And like I thank God that Cam is opening up about that experience and about all his experiences. But I also remember like when I was like in my old house, and then we were always hanging out with like our family friend, neighbor, and just one day that I was just standing there, and the guy was like, he just like came up behind me, and again we were really young, like, and then he like, it's like I knew he was gonna try feel my bum, and I just this felt like an anime, but I just shoved him, and he literally went sliding across the kitchen.
Damn.
Like sliding, and then he started crying, And I was like, yeah, but I knew you were gonna do that. Like, I was really young. Like, this is like, we were young at the time. And he started crying, and he went up, like, he just like ran off.
Yeah.
And then I was just thinking back at that. I was like, oh my gosh, like that just could have been the start of something, you know. And I don't know what it was. I guess it was just my my instincts.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was just like, no, like, unfortunately, people are exposed to things very young, and now it's just gonna be even worse. Cause like, well, I'm like 20. I'm in my mid-20s, right? So I do
mid. Guys, apparently there's no such thing as mid. I was told the other day you're either early 20s or late 20s.
Where?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Somebody told me that.
Somebody
told me that. So which one do you fall in? I'm joking.
I'm auntie. You can call me auntie if you want.
Auntie Garcia. Lord.
Yeah. So, what am I even trying to say? It's just like a big eye opener, because like us growing up, like that generation, I see how things were. Like, people were being exposed to things young, you know. And then with technology now, I don't know how it is for kids now. Like, so I'm glad that there's people opening up and being vulnerable. Like, that's just proper authentic, and it's true. Like, it's real.
Yeah. In terms of like what people are exposed to now is actually just, it's horrendous now, because it's so easy to get on the internet, and I feel like kids are getting like, you know, exposed to technology younger and younger these days, just because we got all these new age parents that are just shoving an iPad in front of their kids because they don't want to, you know, to quiet them. They don't want to deal with them in that moment. And that's the thing. Like, people don't understand. There's a whole lot of work that goes into having young children.
Yeah,
you know, like babies, toddlers, and all that stuff. So I was even saying this the other day. I was like, when I become a mom and everything, that I just try my hardest to just stay away from, you know, iPads and technology until they're of age. Like, I would say, like, maybe like I do think it's good some kids have like phones. Just don't put them on a data plan. Maybe just put them on
block,
you know, if you can, or even just a text and call and text type of thing, where you can communicate with them through call, and that's a bit about it, because you don't know what's happening these days. Kids are getting snatched everywhere. So I just rather, you know, be able to communicate with my kids. You know how it was back in the day. You just walking home, no carefree. You didn't have any device. You just knew you had to be home for a certain time, and that was it. Nowadays, it's a privilege that we don't have anymore. So if that was it, but like, kids are exposed to a whole lot of stuff now. In terms of that guy's story, like, I just find it's crazy. Like, we had this whole conversation today in our group chat about how, just, you know, when people were always saying that, like, there's so much going on in terms of like abuse, you know, mental, sexual, physical, all that abuse, and it's just majority are men. Like, a good percentage are men. I'm not even going to say what it is, because we all know it's high. And I always hate when people say like, oh, hey, not all men. Please, if I hear you say not all men,
I know, like, look, men are abusing men as well.
Exactly,
like,
men are abusing men, men are abusing women, men are abusing uncooked turkey, men are abusing anything they can find. So it speaks to just what is going on now. Like, honestly, the other day I was joking about it, saying that like, oh, we're in a pandemic, but like I truly do mean that. You know, there's so much. We're in an era where, like, it's been, obviously we had a lot of stuff going on back then, but like, I feel like back then men were instilled with a lot of morals as well.
Yeah. So they try to keep that.
Yeah, like a chivalry.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Today, they're let loose. So I was just saying, I was just like, there needs to be like a study done or something, because it's just like, what's going on? Like, there's so many cases that are coming out every day, each one more horrific than the last. And it's just like, people are not safe.
Yeah.
And the things that are going on, the things that are being caused are just, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, because like some people think like this is misandry or something. It's not. We're not jumping on some hate men train or whatever. No, that's not it. Like, it's more of just like, we're very aware that what is going on, what's happening with women, with even men, with children. A lot of that abuse is coming from men.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you choose to sit there and be like, oh, that's not true,
you're cooked.
You're 100%. It's either you're in that group or you don't have eyes. Like, why am I hearing about fucking a group chat of 70,000 men or 700,000 men? I can't remember. Cooking up ways of how to abuse their wives, abuse their children, abuse.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't hear about this? Oh shit. Well, yeah. So there's a group chat of men who I forgot where it came from. Someone was saying they found the group chat from Germany. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It was just a group chat of men. Anyways, 70,000 men, I think it was, in this group chat, of ways to, grape their women, their children, co-workers, sharing tips and tricks of how.
Even the co-workers. Even the co-workers.
Yeah, well, no, they're the men in the group chat are saying how they want to do that to their co-workers. Yeah, yes, exactly.
So basically everyone on site.
Yeah, so they're sharing their tips and tricks, sharing their actual stories.
Is this on WhatsApp?
Encrypted. Now, I don't know how they found it. To be honest with you, I need to look that up. But it's out there. It's public knowledge to people that this is what they're doing.
Jeez, some of them. That's somebody's dads.
Exactly, because it'll be dads in the group chat saying that, like, oh, I want to do this to my wife, I want to do this to my kids and all that stuff. Like, this, it's sick. It's sick, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like, people are thinking like, oh no, it's just a small percentage, No, guys, shit is happening. Shit is happening right now. Wow. So when I say we're in a pandemic, I don't mean COVID-19.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's actually it's insane. It's insane.
Jeez, I actually hope.
And it'd be new ways as well, it'd be new ways of how they go about it. Like, all right, say for example, I saw this woman, she was just sharing a story about why she divorced her husband, or was filing for divorce for her husband, and just looking like, oh, is she too harsh for this or whatever. So basically, this woman had lost her job about like 4 months ago. And it just took her a long time to find a new job. Excuse me. It's job market. So anyway, eventually she found a new job. She has an 8 a.m. start. So the night before, she's obviously, nervous and excited to start this new job. So she has an alarm clock. She has a phone. She sets her alarm, right, so she can get up on time, get ready, and go to work. So anyway, she does all that. Her husband's like, oh, make sure everything is set and everything. She's like, yeah, no, everything's good. So she goes off, they go to sleep, wake up. Her husband normally starts before her anyway, or was normally gone to work before her anyway. So she gets up, her husband's gone. Cool. She gets up, gets ready, gets to work and realizes that it's actually 9 a.m., not 8 a.m. And she's like, how the hell did that even happen? I set my alarm for this time, you know? And it apologizes to her work people, saying that will never happen again. Comes home, tells her husband about it. Her husband's giving out to her. It's like, I told you to set your alarm, you know, like, so you don't, you know, miss out. Giving out to her. She's like, I don't know what happened. I thought I did. Cool. Move on. So that happened. And then just be other times where it's just like, she was supposed to go on a date with her husband for like 7:30. Obviously she finishes work and goes home to get ready and all that stuff, and he's there blowing up her phone like, oh, where are you, you're supposed to meet me, you're an hour late. And she's like, no, I'm not, like, I see the time here and all that stuff. And it gets down there, he's all mad at her like, oh, like, you're not taking this seriously, like, or I thought we were supposed to have a date, She's like, she's there apologetic. She goes, I don't know what happened. I honestly had my time just mixed up. I thought I set my alarm, moves on. Then again, she again another time going to work. She gets up, gets ready, goes to work. When she gets in to clock in for work, she sees that it's actually 5:30 in the morning, and she's like, what is going on?
Clocking in, she's in work.
Yeah. And then she drives back home, and before she left, she's seen that her husband had already left as well. So she drives back home, and then she sees that her husband's car is back again, and she's like, why is his car back here? Anyway, she goes in, and she's just like confused and everything, telling him about it, and he's like, okay, maybe we need to get you some, you know, psychiatric help and everything. And she's like, they're agreeing because she just feels like she's missing time. Then she goes, I'm just gonna go stay with my family for a little bit just so I can get my head on straight. Gets to her family home. Her mom is like, oh, you know what you're gonna do? You're going to set up a camera in your car, because her car clock was also wrong too. Mom tells her to set up a camera. She's like, okay, I'll do that. And she's like, just keep your alarm clock separate to you as well, because she also has a physical alarm clock. Anyways, she goes back to her marital home and sets her alarm ready for work, but puts the alarm clock under her bed, under her side of her bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
obviously something's going on. She doesn't know what's happening. So anyway, she's sleeping. She hears rustling in the middle of the night. Then gets up and is like, what's that? Sees that her husband is physically changing the time in her alarm clock and her phone. And then she's like, what are you doing? So he goes and just bursts out into laughing. And she's like, what is going on? He goes, yeah, we've been doing this for months. She goes, like, yeah. She goes, oh, his friend who had the spare keys to her car has been changing the clock in her car. Just jobless people. And he goes, yeah, it's just been a prank. And she's just like in utter shock, but she just gets her stuff, goes to her family home, and files for divorce 2 days later. Obviously, her family are backing her up. His family is blowing up her phone, texting her, saying, like, it's not that deep. It was just a prank, you know, like, you can't end a marriage over this. And I'm just like, because one, he was only saying, oh, it's a prank because he got caught.
Yeah.
But, like, let's say it kept going on and she was like, you know what, I feel like I need to be admitted into hospital. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to commit her into hospital. Yeah, he was trying to have her committed.
That's not a prank.
That was not a prank.
It's him that needs to go to hospital.
I swear, that was not a prank. He cooked us up for months.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The spare key?
Yeah, the spare key. He planned this out. He wanted to get rid of her. He did. And the fact that, like, his family did not see anything wrong with it, because, all right, let's say it was just like a 1 day thing, and it did not affect, because one, that affected her job. She could have lost her job because it was the first day and she's arriving an hour late. She's just lucky that they were sympathetic and just, let her off. 2, you're messing with her mental health now because she's there thinking that something is going on with her, and you're messing with the marriage as well. Like, anyways, let's just say it was like if you wanted to say it was a prank, let's say it was a 1 day thing and it was supposed to be for like that date. Yeah. And then like after she arrives late and she's like, what's going on? Like, and then you're like, ha ha ha, it's a prank. Okay, maybe still stupid, but okay, then we can say it's a prank. You were doing this for months. I can't imagine how I'll be feeling. Imagine she actually was like, did something drastic
just went straight to the hospital,
like, and you're laughing in my face after I have one on top of that as well. Every single time she was missing time, he was yelling at her too.
That's the
so
thing,
on top of that, it's not like you were sympathetic towards her of how she was feeling. You were always just yelling at her every single time she was late, even though you knew you were the one that was doing that to her. This is what I'm trying to say. Wow, men come up with new ways to fuck with women.
They're like, well, who in their right mind like sits down and says, you know what? Let me come up with this. Let me actually do this. The spare key is what's frying me. Like, how are you gonna give your friend the spare key
to your wife's car
so that he can manipulate the time at it? What time was he even coming?
But when was he doing that?
Jobless.
Clearly coming to do that. No. I was just like, This is what I'm trying to say. These are not pranks, and I'm so glad she was not the type of person to be like, oh, okay, I can forgive him. She was just straight away filed for divorce because, all right, let's say he had you admitted and all that stuff. You come out and he still doesn't want to have you around. Yeah, you don't know what could have happened next.
He can conjure up something else. Yeah, and even if like they just still said, okay, she just said like, okay, fine, I'll come back. Yeah, you'll probably still find something else.
Yeah. There was no way that was a prank for him because 1 day thing, maybe for an afternoon, okay, we can call that a prank. You were doing it for months. You wanted to get rid of her, and for him to be there gaslighting her and saying that like it was just a prank, like you're taking it too seriously. Sick. Absolutely sick behavior. And it's just like it's so funny because people actually think it's a joke when we say that men actually turn women crazy. It is so true. Yeah, like the things that you guys do to us physically, mentally, and then you sit up there and think like, oh, you're so crazy. It's because of you. Like, this shit that you guys do to us.
It's actually not. Like, it's the fact that they actually take time to do this.
Yeah.
To plan it.
Yeah. I remember I saw this TikTok. It was funny, but it was also not funny at all. Like, it was, the woman was saying that like, oh, I hope that like, if I'm married and I have kids and my man wants to have an affair, I hope he just leaves instead of like unaliving me, because you know how many times that has happened.
Jeez.
Where it's like, oh, I found this new woman, I have to get rid of my family and kids.
Yeah.
And people in the comments like, you don't have to worry about me, just leave me. Leave.
Yeah.
You don't have to unalive me.
I actually hear that. Like,
and the fact that like
need to do the most,
just go from one extreme to the other. What are you talking? Yeah, okay, you found a new woman. Okay, cool. You know what? Cool. Go be with that woman.
Yeah, please.
Can I live?
Please.
Can I actually live though?
Like,
I don't know why they also involve the kids as well.
That's the thing, and they don't even care about that. Like, they don't even care.
Oh God, it happens too much. It's just like this. When I tell you, pandemic. Yeah. People are saying, oh, 2025 of the HMPV.
Yeah.
No, 2020. No, from the beginning of time, we've been in a pandemic. Y'all just didn't know it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Please, I'd love to go the rest of the year without hearing any more weird, crazy stories.
It's not possible.
It's just getting worse.
It's not possible. Guys, we're in the 9th of January.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah. Gosh.
As we speak, men are cooking up new ways.
Yeah.
Draining, actually. It's quite draining.
It really is.
It's very exhausting to hear about these things. Oh, what? You know what? I was just going to say another story that I actually heard this week, but you know what? You guys get the point. It's crazy.
I wanted to hear it.
Yo, you wanted to hear it?
Yeah.
I said, let me not be a Debbie Downer. We're coming towards the ends of this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, let's uplift the people again, you know?
Yeah.
So,
but you know what? Okay, I guess on an open note, thank you guys for again, like just keeping up with us on our journey, and like we have so much. You know, everyone always said so much in store for you this year, but yes, you know, we actually do. Like, so please do, like, you know, tell everybody and keep sharing, and like, you know, we got you.
Yeah. And like we actually want to hit the mainstream this year. You know, we want to really get ourselves out there.
Yeah.
So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to tell their mom and tell their dad to tell their cousins.
Yeah.
You know, just help us get our name out there. You know, we want to keep doing this for the long run, because like, you know, it is tough. You know, keep doing this every week. We want to, you know, keep doing it every week.
Yeah, and like we love coming and talking to you guys about like just actual life.
Yeah.
Like real things happening. Like,
yeah.
Of course we have our banter and we talk our rubbish here and there, but there's real things happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So please, like, us talking about these things, like, also hope it like you know, it reaches people that it relates to, and they just know, like, okay, like, I'm not the only one going through it, like. So yeah. Well, I guess that concludes our episode this week.
Yeah.
And again, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.